Hey everybody, how we doing this morning? This is Paul Romero with the Swiss Gold Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 120. And I just have to give you a quick look at this right here. Woke up this morning to 6 inches of snow here in beautiful South Lake Tahoe, California. This is the largest snowstorm of the year that we've had for 2015, coming on New Up Day, April 6th, 2015. So, whoa. Sorry, just trying to make my way back over here to my spot. Excuse me one second. So, just had to show you that. Kind of interesting to see 6 inches of snow falling on April 6th. I mean, it's not strange that that happens around here. Although, like I said, the fact that this is like one of the driest winters on record, there was literally hardly, I mean, almost no snow whatsoever all year. So today, here we are with the Swiss Gold Global Training. We are talking, of course, about Own Your Life, the 45-second presentation, the Network Marketing Training Manual. I don't care what network marketing organization you're in, you should have a copy of this book, and you should follow how that it goes to build your network marketing organization the right way if you really, truly want to be successful in this business. And today we're talking about chapter 13, which is napkin presentation number 12, and that is no, not going back to school. It is playing with numbers to make a point. And as I mentioned in the little write-up that I sent out, that this little chapter here really drives home the power behind building a network organization the right way. Because what this whole book professes is that you really only want to be working with 5 people. Most people think about network marketing and all about having to go out and sell everybody, into getting into the business or buying the product and service and whatever the case is. And realistically, you only need to bring 5 serious people into your organization to be able to build a really large organization. And we showed you the numbers in chapter 2, I believe. I think it's the very first napkin presentation where we go through the numbers 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and then 3 times 3 and times 3, and we get all the way to 5 times 5, and we work that 5 levels down, and it equals 625 people on that 5th level that are coming into your organization, with a grand total of like 718, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. No, I'm sorry, 780. 780 people in your organization, just by working with 5 people and getting all 5 people to bring in 5 people and 5 people and 5 people and so on and so forth. And that's 780 people in your organization, and that's huge. It's really huge. But now what this chapter talks about here is, now that you've been working with your 5 people, what happens when one of them is ready to go out and stand on their own? They really don't need you anymore. They can continue building their organization all by themselves. You don't have to spend any time helping train them or anything else, which, as we talked about in chapter 11, I'm sorry, chapter 12, napkin presentation number 11, going back to school, really can be about 6 months. By the end of 6 months, you should really have your people that you've sponsored in, your 5 serious people, you should really have them at the point after 6 months where they are ready to go out and stand on their own. Now, some people aren't going to be able to do that, obviously. Some people still need the support. Some people still, have a little reservation about presenting with people and talking with people and doing all those sorts of things, and that's fully understandable. But some people are going to jump on it, and some people actually not even going to need 6 months, maybe 2 or 3. And they're really ready to kind of stand on their own here. So what happens when you have your 5 people and one of them is ready to go out and stand on their own? Well, this is a great opportunity for you for a couple of reasons. Because number one, you get the opportunity to now start working on a sixth string with a new sponsor into your organization. And that's where this presentation comes in to show you the numbers. And what the first thing that we talk about is showing people that, okay, obviously, you had 5, now you're going to work with 6. And what's the difference there between 5 and 6? It's just one more person, right? And this here again reflects back to number 2, napkin presentation number 2, where we talked about, you have 2 people, times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32 people in your organization. Then you add just one more person, going 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 54, times 4 is 81, and the difference between 32 and 81, or no, actually, I think it's only 16. The difference between 16 and 81 is huge by adding just one person. But now at the 5th level, when you go from 5 to 6, we're going to talk about the difference of adding just one more person to your organization. And so we show how this little drawing right here shows how you have 5 people and you add just one more person, now you have 6. So when you add 5 people who bring in 5, that is 25 people. When you have 6 people who bring in 6, that's 36 people. That's a difference of 11 people. And then when you have your 25 bring in their 5, you have 125 people. But when your 6 bring in 6, now that's a difference of 91 people. So you can see, once again, these numbers are really starting to, grow exponentially with the addition of just one person. My breakfast there. Anyway, it's really powerful to show how these numbers grow, because when you get past just those first 3 right there, he really talks about how now you want to show your prospect how to, you want to show your sponsor there to have them sort of work these numbers themselves to really add in the power. And look at how these numbers really start to grow when we get to the next little bit of this, and you have 5 times, or 125 times 5 equals 625, but 200 and, no, what is that? What are the numbers there? Yeah, 216 times 6 equals 1,296, which is a difference of 611 people. I mean, that's really growing it pretty big, pretty fast. Yeah. So when you go past that, you get over to the next thing, and you have, when you go, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels deep. The numbers are just so huge. It's funny, because they really do. The numbers in this business are just ridiculous. When you start getting an organization off the ground and it starts taking off on you, the exponentiality of the number growth, like I said, it's funny. It's ridiculously funny. So you run people through what we just talked about, the 6, and then the 7, but you get down here to level number 7, and then you have a difference of 200 and whatever that number is, something thousand, 201,811 people, just by working from one person and getting that 7 levels down. So the power of not having to go bring all these people into the organization, when you just have to work yourself, and when you show your people that they themselves, and they show their people that they themselves only have to work with 5 people. And then once you get 5 people going and the one person leaves, and now you've got, not doesn't leave, but doesn't really need your support anymore, they can do this on their own, and you can start bringing in your 6th person. How these numbers just ridiculously go crazy on you is just a really powerful presentation to show people that, hey, listen, you're going to work this for 6 months. You're going to be at about this point where you should have people in your organization where they're going to be just about ready for them to step out on their own as well too. And you're going to be following, right in these footsteps here. That's awesome. And the power behind this is to show people, going back again to napkin presentation number 2, is that the power behind this really, really lies in you just having to concentrate on going 3 levels deep. And the interesting thing about that is because when you go 3 levels deep, you've really gone 5 levels deep. Because if you brought in, if I'm Don and I bring in Steve and I tell Steve, hey, listen, you want to build this thing 3 levels deep. So you want to get 5 who get 5 who get 5, right? So you want to get 5 who get 5 who get 5. And then Steve brings in Pam, and Pam says, okay, you want to bring in 5 people who get 5 people who get 5 people. So now I'm 3 deep, Steve's 2 deep, but see, I am really 5 deep just by having these 2 people in here. So if I, then Pam, Steve brings in one more, or Pam brings in, let's say, Eddie, right? So, and she tells Eddie that, hey, you want to build 3 levels deep. So you add one more circle down here, and there's Steve's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just by concentrating and focusing upon building your business 3 levels deep, you actually end up becoming 5 levels deep. You've already set, you're not there yet. Those people, as you saw in the empty circles, those people aren't there yet, but it's in their mindset that they're going to be building there. So you've laid the groundwork for your organization to be 5 levels deep just by convincing, or just by letting people bringing people to understand that their objective is to build 3 levels deep. You suddenly have your organization poised for 5 levels deep. And so it makes it really simple. It's like, hey, look, you're only building 3 levels deep, but you really end up 5 by doing so. And all of a sudden, on the 5th level, you've got 780 people in that organization. That's really, really big. And that's what this 78, not quite sure. Anyway, so the important thing, one of the really important, and this is true, as you saw on my post this morning, I wrote, I put a photo up talking about, what did it say? Something about being within yourself, what you want, helping other. I forget exactly what that said. That's unfortunate because I have it right here though. Let me bring it up really fast. I'm sorry for this, but you get what you put in. And my post this morning was a picture of a little saying that said, be a reflection of what you'd like to see in others. If you want love, give love. If you want honesty, give honesty. If you want respect, give respect. You get in return what you give. And that is in essence how network marketing works. It says right here, a very important thing is you will never make it in network marketing until you teach someone else how to make it. Be a reflection. When you teach someone else how to make it, you're teaching them how to teach someone else how to make it. And that's basically what network marketing is all about. Most people in network marketing talk about selling, and selling is the biggest turnoff that there is. We really call it sharing, but they think that it's all about, sell, 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 when it's really all about sponsor, because sponsoring is not recruiting, because recruiting is just, hey, here you go, here's the business, good luck, see you later, bye. Sponsoring is, hey, here's the business, and I'm going to go to work for you to help you build your business. That's the difference between sponsoring and recruiting. So network marketing is all about sponsoring and teaching, where most people think it's all about sell, 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 which is completely wrong. And once people understand that difference, that they're really not out there to sell anything, They're all about sponsoring someone in this business that they're going to go to work for to help them build their business and teach them how to build their business. And in by doing so, they're teaching that person how to sponsor someone in and how to build their business, and they're helping that person, and it perpetuates. That's the driving force behind network marketing that truly creates a successful and huge organization for anybody. And you've only worked with 5, 6, 7, basically 5 people at a time. Once you have 5, we talked about earlier in some of the other napkin presentations how you start off spending all of your time working on sponsoring people, but as you bring someone into the organization, your time spent sponsoring starts to go down because now you have to focus on training that person. But you're still sponsoring, you're still spending some time sponsoring because you want to get 5, you've only got 1. So then you get 2 and your time goes down a little further, a little more time goes onto teaching. And then you get a 3rd person in here, and now you've got most of your time is going towards teaching, and less than half of your time is going towards still trying to find a couple more into your business. And you find a 4th person, and now most of your time, almost all of your time is spent in the teaching area while you're still just, working a little bit to find that one more, that 5th serious person. And then once you have your 5 people, your focus on sponsoring really goes away 100%. You're not out there looking to bring more people into your organization at this time. What your focus is now is to make sure that your 5 people are building and growing their business just as you did yours, so that they're doing the same thing, and their time spent sponsoring is decreasing with each person that they bring into the organization. And then this chapter here shows that, okay, now once one person leaves, you still want to be working with 5, so now you can bring in a 6th person, and you can really see the numbers, exponentially explode in your organization, which is pretty powerful stuff. And then it goes into talking about adding in the part about the people that you talk to that aren't interested in doing the business but like the product and service. They sign up as a customer somehow, they start using your product or service, and the customer friend customers, they call them. And you have distributor customers, which are the people in your organization. And I didn't really look at these numbers closely. I don't even want to bother figuring it out, because quite frankly, the way the network marketing systems are set up, especially the one here for Swissquote Global, most people are all about the money. Oh, how much money can I make? When I get this far, if I get this many people, how much money am I going to be making? How much money am I going to be making when I get here, when I get there, when I get there? I've looked at this system and I just look at it and I go, all I got to do is focus on doing it, and the numbers are just ridiculous. And all I got to do is focus on doing it and bringing people into the organization and sponsoring them and teaching them. And you know what? I'll see what the results are as they come, because the numbers are really mind-boggling. I mean, they're really almost too big to the point that people just can't even believe that it's true. So I caution a little bit in showing people too much of the numbers, especially early on. You don't want to be showing people big numbers early on. I mean, you want to give them a taste of what that potential could be, but you really want to focus on the immediate. Because some people might come into this organization, into your organization thinking, hey, you know what, if I could just do something that I could earn 2, 3, 4, 5 extra, $100 extra a month, that's all I really need. But then they start to grow after that. And of course, people are people, and they're probably going to end up wanting more. But it talks about this number, right? This little thing right here, which, like I said, you look at those numbers at the bottom, and what is that? It's, 6 million, 3,888,000 a year, and $6,153,000 a year by having 6 people in your organization and building and doing all that stuff. And those are ridiculously high numbers. I mean, that's awesome. $6 million a year, that's a whole bunch of money for people to live off of. We're talking, I got to do the numbers on this because that is just crazy. I'm just going to go with, round it off to 6 million divided by 12 equals That's a $500,000 a month. It's $500,000 a month. And yeah, I mean, for people to think about making $500,000 a month is out of a lot of people's fathom of, you know, believability. So one thing you want to always make sure you do too is keep everything at believable levels. So showing them the potential of this is great. It's powerful. Wow, you could actually get to this point. But for now, let's focus on just getting you to this point where you're looking like you need to be. So that's where napkin presentation number 12 is just kind of a review of the numbers presented in the very first napkin presentation, number 2, in how we present the exponential growth when you build the right way and build deep and go with 5 people who bring in 5 people who bring in 5 people. But then the exponentiality of just being able to add one more when one of your 5 people are ready to, you know, take it on all by themselves without your assistance, and you can focus on your training and teaching efforts towards another individual. It just really, really, really just explodes the numbers to crazy, crazy fun, exciting, dream building numbers that people can just, I mean, $500,000 a month. Let's see, times, what are you going to pay taxes? Let's just say you're going to pay 40% tax, 45% taxes on that. So times 55%, it's still $275,000 a month. What could you spend $275,000 a month on? Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't. That's the one powerful thing with, and you'll see that Bob Proctor mentions this a lot in some of the videos that you'll see on the website, where he ends by saying, you know, you could actually build this business to where you could earn more money while you're asleep than you could spend while you're awake. $275,000 a month might be that number. So anyway, that's the presentation for today. Swiss Gold Global is our, cold out here today. Swiss Gold Global is our network marketing organization here. Great product and service, timely for the world today, helping the average person to build and to learn about. And that's really powerful, is to learn about and get educated about learning how to build real wealth. And not only just how to build it, but how to keep it and expand upon it, and build, you know, real wealth that lasts, generational wealth that you can pass on to your kids and things like that. So wealthhealth.swissgoldglobal.com. I invite you to go check it out. Another one that I'd like you to check out is wealthhealth.realwealthrevolution.com. Very powerful little website video presentation there as well too. Looking forward to receiving an email from you and seeing how excited you are about getting started in the business. Anyway, that's it, everybody. Oh, universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. Go out and make it a great new op day, everybody. And we will see you back here on Wednesday for our Swiss Gold Global in-depth talking about building a network marketing business on Facebook a little bit, going into the website. And we're going to be paying more attention to that on Friday, but we're still going to be going over the website on Wednesday.